We all have to take responsibility for our financial problems. And today's that day, baby. Let's go. We are watching Millionaires versus Poor People, aka minimum
Hey,
wage
what's up, guys? We actually
earners.
recorded a pre-roll that went
Let's
wrong,
go.
so we're re-recording it here right now. We did a past version of this episode about a
We don't
year
care.
ago.
We don't care. We
Hi,
don't
my
care.
name is Tim. I'm a community organizer here in LA. I work on environmental justice, social justice, housing justice, and incarceral state issues.
My name is
He's poor. That's what it means. Just like you and me. Okay?
Christiana Hurt. I'm the owner of the Seven Figure Brand
Subscribe to my channel to make me rich, please.
and wealthy college kid. I'm 24 years old.
My name is Graham.
Hold
I'm
on,
a
hold
real
on, hold
estate
on.
agent.
I
My name is
effed up.
Christiana Hurt. I'm the owner of the Seven Figure Brand, wealthy college kid. I'm 24 years old.
My name is Graham. I'm a real estate agent, real estate investor, and YouTuber.
My name is Beatrice. I am 21 and I am a Target worker.
My name is Brett
Beatrice.
Knudsen. I am an entrepreneur and an investor.
My name is Tiara Lucky, and I am a minimum wage worker. I just
Poor person. Get out of my
hustle and
face.
Instacart, and I'm also an actress.
I want to be
first
associated
prompt
with the
is-
millionaires. Damn! Look at this guy, bro. Look at how big he is. He's a millionaire.
I worked for everything I earned.
100%. Yeah. Everybody worked for everything they earned, bro. Everybody. What?
So I grew up with two parents that were basically paycheck to paycheck, and none of them had any extra money. It was by seeing my parents struggle like that that I really realized the value of money. So I basically poured everything I had into my work. There were years, I would say 4 years, that I didn't have any friends. From 18 to 22, it was just me. And I was working from probably 8 a.m. until midnight, working as a real estate agent.
I completely agree. I think that what a lot of people discount is all the sacrifices that are made.
Yeah, exactly.
Go to parties. I don't really honestly have like a ton of friends. And it's not like a sacrifice where I was like, I'm going to have no friends, but you can only balance so many plates or you drop everything. And the plate that I chose to give up was a social life.
It doesn't take long for a person to make a huge difference in their life. It takes some time, hard work, smart work, dedication, of course, to whatever it is that you're doing, and they approve. They approve. So I totally agree with it. You know, if you are that type of a person that does that, then you earned every penny. I don't know what they would even say to like.
There's a
disagree
lot
with
of
that.
labor and communal effort that goes into getting all of us here that we don't get paid for, that other people don't get paid for.
Okay.
The examples that you two gave are perfect, actually. You both earn your money by extracting value from capital transactions. You know, you are not building the house you're selling. You're not out there working
Yeah.
like in a slave mine, pulling selenium out of the earth like some people on this planet are.
Mm-hmm.
We have to re-understand what it means to earn money and how we all interact to do that.
How would you address based off extracting value if you start a company from the ground and then you build it into a multi-million-dollar company?
But no one does that because there's investors and stuff that come in too.
Not always.
Most of the time. I mean, you have
I mean,
to get capital from
raised,
somewhere.
I have
Yeah.
raised money before.
Yeah.
But I've also started companies that I didn't raise money for.
How would you finance them?
By working a part-time retail job for minimum wage and then saving up and then putting it in.
I mean, it's very simple. Yeah, it's very simple. You earn every single penny. So how can you even argue against that? His argument
Felt judged for my
is a
income
bit
level.
weird. I have felt judged for my income level. Okay? He's got a cool
I
tattoo
think it's
though.
part of general society. We are always judging each other. Having used SNAP points before, like standing in a grocery store using the card that I've gotten for the government to pay for food and feeling the people behind me thinking that's something that you haven't earned or gotten.
Has somebody ever asked you to use your Snap on them?
I mean, I have. Generally, there's not that much to go around.
It's the same mentality when it's $1 versus Snap. Somebody could still ask me to share. Well, you get it. Why can't you help me out?
Hey, oh my goodness. I would hate that so much, bro. I don't even like asking people for money, man. If someone asks me for money, this is a message to all of you who would ever ask me for money. Don't ask me for money, man. I do not ask. Please don't. Let's not put ourselves in that position, okay? It's just not. I don't like it. It's like, and on top of that, imagine if you're like, hey, you got it. Why don't you help me get it? Oh, oh man. Are you doing videos right now? Are you pushing overtime right now? Are you doing the smart work? Are you doing the research? What are you doing right now? Oh, God, bro. I'm doing something.
I didn't step forward because me personally, I surround myself with people that just
Poor
like,
people.
what's in my bank account just doesn't matter to the people that are around me. I do think
Exactly. Poor people.
a lot of judgment towards how much you make reflects on like your dating experience. That I do feel.
See, I've never had
Yeah.
that because I'm
No?
so frugal. If there are girls that are out there who want me for my money, like
They're
they
not-
shun
they're
harder
not
than
gonna
the
know.
cheapest person out there. I literally will wait like 9 p.m. for happy hour to start just so I get the happy hour menu. And so, like, so I would be like the last
Yeah.
person any sort of like gold digger would want.
Yeah.
I find
You
myself in situations with these boys that have no job, no nothing, and I end up taking on these charity cases and relationships.
City
Oh,
boys!
would you put him on or build him up? And it's like, you can't build.
Yeah, it's not Build-A-Bear.
I'm sorry.
I mean, you can. I mean, I've met guys I've dated that, you know, go on to have successful businesses from
Thank
my
you.
input. You know, you want to date somebody equal or greater, but then you don't want to be materialistic about, like, well, I only date people with money because I make money.
and I resent that Build-A-Bear thing, man. Inside that, the one that I've heard is Bob the Builder. Okay, I think that's a more popular one. Bob the Builder. Like when a woman is dating somebody who doesn't have money, she's Bob the Builder. Yo, man, listen. My girl's friend. First time she saw me, man. She literally looked, and I didn't notice, right? Because they were talking about me or whatever, and whatever circumstances, right? And she was talking to my girl, and they saw me. She saw me, right? And she was like, "Oh, and she said to my girlfriend, "Oh, so you're Bob the Builder," It's like, damn, man. I mean, what did I have on me? What did I have on me that said, "Hey, I'm Bob the Builder"? I'll tell you what I didn't have. I didn't have a car. So if you're a rich person, don't ever show that you're ever a rich person. Otherwise, people will just use you for your money.
We are the ones who dare.
Don't do that.
Anyone can become rich if you work hard enough.
100%. Anyone? Here's the thing. I believe anyone can become rich if they work hard enough. But not even just anyone, to be honest with you. But no. It's not so simple. It's not so simple.
So I just think that anyone could become rich if they actually like believed in themselves and took the risk to actually believe in themselves. That there is some success at the end of the line of that.
I feel like a lot of it comes down to mindset first and really having the belief that you can do that. I know for me, one of my biggest concerns was I didn't have any skills whatsoever.
She looks
and I
so
didn't
much
even
like
college.
someone I
I
know.
had like a 2.0 GPA in high school. Like it was terrible. I had such bad grades. But I really turned that into a positive, and I really believe this actually happened for a reason because now I could pursue something else, which was real estate, because that didn't require a college degree. And looking
Yeah.
back now, that was the best thing that had ever happened.
And that's probably the best decision you ever made, honestly speaking.
That's like a really sticky situation with anyone can become like rich, and because I don't think that's completely true. A lot of people can if they have like connections and stuff,
What? Wait, what? No. I know where she's going. She's saying connect. She said connection. Okay, she already went there. She's saying connections. Like if you look at the stats, most millionaires are self-made, in a sense like they didn't have trust fund. They didn't get any connections from their guardians, from their parents, or from their mentors or whatever. Now, if you want to argue about connections of like, yeah, maybe mentors. Let's say mentors, right? Or employers or something, right? If you want to argue, well, isn't it about getting those connections? Now, that's also part of the work, isn't it? I don't know, but even the connections won't make you rich. They don't.
But I feel like sometimes people like they work 2 jobs, or sometimes they have other things going on. They have to pay their needs first. They don't always have like money for that, Because Because like my dad, he's like a landscape worker. He has tried making his own company, and it doesn't always like work out. He has tried hard, it doesn't work. That's why.
No, he's terrible at it. Let's just be quite frank. And this video is from 3 years ago. I don't mean to insult this girl's father or anything like that, but let's just be honest, right? If you do, like, if you fail at something, the only excuse some people could even ever afford or even have for their business failing, for their startup business failing, is something like the pandemic happening. And I doubt her father's business failed around the pandemic. So listen, that we have a lot of more opportunities than we ever had before to start businesses and to move in a smart way around those businesses. Sometimes it's not even about moving in a smart way. It's just maybe the smartest way to move is just to move slow. It's not about making drastic decisions, making hefty investments into your business at the time. It's all about what you can afford, through the effort, through the time. Like, come on.
I
I don't
it's
know.
like you have to have connects, That's why.
No.
Do you mind if I interject?
Yeah.
In terms of building connections, I didn't have any connections either when it comes to working in real estate. And what I did to make the connections is I went to open houses every single Sunday for months. And I probably met at least 50 or 60 real estate agents. And it was through that I met one agent who was really gracious enough to say, if you want to come work underneath me, I'm happy to do that. And it was really that connection, which like you mentioned, connection, that I met that person through.
But after
just
50 or 60
really kinda
people,
putting myself out
can
there
you
with
imagine?
people.
There's a lot of institutional and systemic barriers that we aren't really talking about. If you walk into like a Beverly Hills $5 million house not speaking English, they're probably not going to give you the like hookup. We don't tend.
Yeah, but that's not the smartest place to be in. That's not the smartest place to be in. If you're an entrepreneurial person, if you have that kind of mindset, I won't even put fancy words like entrepreneurial. If you want to build something, start where it is easier for you to build. That's just it. Don't go into a room full of people that won't understand you. Don't go into a room of people that won't give you the chance or the opportunity. This guy met 50 to 60 people before he ever met a real estate agent who actually gave him a shot, who gave him a job. Like, come on, people.
And to move within circles where those connections cross economic and socioeconomic lines. But even beyond that, I want to say, like, you took a big risk, and your risk paid off. But what if your risk hadn't paid off? And that's for a lot of people.
Then a lot of people don't try hard enough. A lot of people don't try hard enough. Yes, there's different circumstances into why people fail. But, man, a whole lot of more people don't have good reasons as to why they failed or why they quit. Most people quit. Most people quit. They don't fail, they quit. Failure is part of the process, man. It really is, man. I really don't even imagine myself stopping making videos. That's how intense it is.
People who do try and start their own businesses, try and start their own YouTube channel,
No matter what
it
happens.
doesn't pay off, and there's no real safety net there. So we're not really getting an adequate side of people who have like taken that entrepreneurial risk and not been able to take it again.
I'm almost worried it becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy, though. If you go in it fearing, oh, what am I going to fail, and that becomes your main focus, I think more people are less likely to take risks actually needed to succeed because they're more focused on not failing, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
I think your beliefs create the level of action you take, and the level of action you take determines the results, and it is cyclical.
Thank you. Yeah, that's just
I
it.
am not obligated to give to the less fortunate.
No, hell no, I'm not obligated. I'm not obligated.
So the reason I stood up on this one is one of the missions in my organizing is getting away from this kind of notion that we have that charity or philanthropy is the way in which we solve.
Bro, why don't you start your own YouTube channel and just start talking? He sounds like a really smart dude. He could be making a killer. He could be his own boss. Who knows? Who knows? Not even just YouTube, man. I'm just thinking on content. My mind is just full of content stuff. But like you can do so many things, man. So many things. You just have to be willing to do it and be willing to take the risks.
social problems. At the same time, like, I still give people money when I have extra change in my pocket, so I don't want to seem like I'm totally opposed to it.
I agree with that. I've given people money
like
and
so
not gotten
familiar.
it back. I've given people money and they've wasted it on drugs. Why did I even
Yeah.
give you the money to begin with if you weren't going to use it to better yourself? Is it
Yeah.
my job to make sure that you're not going hungry? No, we have plenty of organizations that will make sure that you're eating, make sure that you have a roof over your head. It
Yeah.
doesn't have to fall on my shoulders per se.
Granted, there are a lot of people out there who are unable to fulfill their needs, right? There are people who are out there who are unable to afford a shelter, afford clothes, afford food. You feel me? So there are truly people who are less fortunate than all of us here, I don't think there's any buts on it. If you're the type of individual that is in that position because of the choices that you made, then that speaks for itself. You're that person. You are that individual. So that's you. Go ahead, suffer. Hopefully you make better choices in the future or tomorrow or today so that you are in a better place if you get the opportunity. Anyone who is down at the bottom of the barrel only has one way to go, which is just up. So try to move fast. I don't know, man. I can't give advice to people that I've never been in their shoes. I've never been in their shoes. All I know is that they got nothing else to gain. They got nothing else to lose. Sorry, to lose. So they only have one thing to do, which is go up. Do whatever you can. Legal stuff, by the way, legal stuff. Hopefully you understand that part. But I don't want to insult the less fortunate. That's my main point. Whether even they chose to be there or not, I don't want to insult them, to be honest with you. I help not because I want to save you. I give money to less fortunate people, not because I want to save them, but I just believe that, it is a kind thing to do. I don't know if that makes any sense. Let's go.
When you say, are you obligated to give to the unfortunate, it's always the mindset of like money. Well, guess what? I have no money currently to give. But I have like my morality. I have my goodness about me. I'm just trying to build a community, especially when you have a group of people that is creative and supportive. You build faster than just by yourself.
I don't always donate with money. Sometimes I'll go and I'll fill bags of food for kids that are starving. You know what I mean? So it doesn't always have to be money.
Let's also think about the kids, okay? Okay, I don't want to be a monster here, okay? I don't want to seem like a monster. And sorry for pausing a lot, but the kids matter too, okay? The kids don't choose their situations, man. They really don't. They really don't. I'm not saying some kids are not at fault, but let's not pretend as if kids chose to be in that circumstance of poverty. Most of them, almost all of them didn't. So yeah.
I don't think it's our responsibility to give money based off of what we think the person's going to do with it. Like, that's on them if they choose to use it wrongly. It's our responsibility just to be generous.
Yeah.
I am not afraid to spoil myself.
What? That's a stupid question. Who would be afraid to spoil themselves? I don't spoil myself that much, but I'm not afraid to do it.
I personally do spoil myself. I work hard to be able to go into a store and get something for myself. I bought a $4,000 hairless cat that I had genetically made. And when I was in high school, when I started making money, I went and got that cat. When you're in middle school and everybody's hitting puberty.
$4,000 for a cat. Oh, my
I didn't
goodness.
get any boobs. What did I do when I started making money? I went and bought boobs. Like, that's what I wanted. And, there's the controversy of like, you're going to die from your implants. Like, I'll die a D cup and have no problem with it.
Yo.
I rarely ever treat myself. I basically keep my spending at the same as when I was like, 19 or 21. No matter how much money I make, I spend the exact same amount. For instance, it sounds crazy, but when I was like 17, I wanted a Lamborghini. And there was nothing I wanted more. I want to be that guy, 18 years old and pull up with a Lambo. Like, that was my dream. But when I actually got the money to go and buy the car, all of a sudden I realized, like, wait a second, that's stupid. I'm not going to get the car. I'm going to invest it in real estate instead. But then I'm going to wait, and then I'm going to get the Lamborghini. And then you save up even more, and then you realize, wait, Lambo is still stupid. Let me go and, invest in it.
Lambos are very
Even now,
stupid,
like,
man.
The chase and ambition of getting
Yeah.
something is way more fun and enjoyable than actually getting that thing.
I don't really spoil myself because I always buy my needs first. I usually
No, nobody cares about the poor person. I want to talk about the Lamborghini, okay? Listen, you don't want to buy. I'm one of those people. I don't want to buy. I've thought about this. I really have thought about this, right? Like, my favorite car is a Porsche, right? Classic design of a Porsche, right? Would I get a Porsche if I had the money, if I had the means to do it? Probably won't, because I would look at that money and I'd be like, I think I can do something else with this, right? I think I'll do something else with this. Maybe spend it on something that's less pricey, or maybe, put it into savings, investments, that kind of thing, right? Or like I said, investments. Mostly, it's probably the smartest thing is probably to invest the money so that it can make more, it can build something more, it can contribute towards something, right? Maybe you save it for your kid's future, that type of thing, anything other than wasting the money on a useless materialistic thing, and this is not a jab against people who tend to like want to spoil themselves. That's up to you, man. That's up to you. I mean, if I'm earning millions, that's just how I'm gonna operate, right? Once I earn millions, sorry, you gotta be positive. Once I earn millions, I'm not going to be spending my money on useless things like Lamborghini, the latest BMW, or the biggest house. That'll be so useless. If I ever bought a big house, it will be a house similar to the English, big like castles or whatever. That'll be cool. That'd be sick.
wait till like my next check to see if I have extra money, and if I do, then I spoil myself. But if I don't, then I don't.
I think it's interesting also that almost all of us have associated spoiling ourselves with spending money, and at the same time said spending that money is very unfulfilling. It's weird because even myself, like, I really just like having an F-off day and I just hang out and don't do anything and have any responsibilities, but I don't think about it as spoiling myself, even though that's my favorite time to spend.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I had more money.
Yeah.
For me, I think it's always a
Okay, sorry.
comfort thing, knowing that I have a little bit more saved
We have to
up or
listen to the
invested,
millionaires,
and I
okay?
think it could
I'm
just
not
be a
discriminatory.
psychological thing that no matter
Leave
how
me
much
alone.
money I have, it's always psychologically never going to
Okay,
be
no.
enough because that becomes more saved.
Any responsibilities, but I don't think about it as spoiling
Sorry about
myself,
that.
even though that's my favorite time to spend.
I wish I had more money.
Money, 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 money. Money. Don't laugh at me,
It's
girl.
always a comfort thing, knowing that I have a little bit more saved up or invested. And I think it could just be a psychological thing that no matter how much money I have, it's always psychologically never going to be enough because that becomes your new normal. So I think you're always chasing that.
See, I want more money so that I can pay off like my debt and travel and like help some family members, and that's it.
That's why.
Help some family members. Psst. There are some family members out there who are making the wrong type of choices. What do you think they'll do if you give them $10,000? You think they'll make the right choice? I mean, it's still up to them. There's still a chance they will, but I don't know. If they're making wrong choices, what makes us think they'll change? This is not on my family, okay? I'm just saying, let's make the right choices. Please. Otherwise, I'm going to be the only one who's rich, and then you're going to ask me for money. Man, what am I saying? I already help my family, by the way. I like to speak like this, but I already help my family. That's the craziest thing.
I mean, don't want to be like, oh, give me money, but like, I just want it for my needs, or just for like a car because I need a car, or just stuff my family needs, stuff my friends need.
I think for me, if
Yeah, so go build a business. People, it's that simple. If you're passionate and informed about something, right, and there's a market for it, I think you should go and capitalize on that thing. Seriously, no excuses. No excuses, no nothing. If you have the means to do a little bit just to push towards that goal, do it. Because the more you push, the closer you get. At least the further you go away from being the poor person that was wishing to have more money instead of doing more to get more money. I mean, no. It's okay. Some of us have the opportunity, some of us have the means to start something, but we don't because we're scared of failure, and we are just too much into our situations, right? Like, oh, I gotta work hard to get a promotion instead of trying to build something on your own, trying to start something for yourself. Yes, we have expenses, we have costs, we have living to do, right? We gotta take care of those things first. But if you have that extra change, if you have that extra time, what do you think you should do with it? Because even if somebody doesn't have the money to start something, they can go to places where people are doing the thing that he wants to do. Just like this guy, he had the time to go to a real estate function. I don't even know what those things are. I don't know. People meeting up because they're from real estate. I guess it's a club thing. But he had the time, so he took advantage of that. He didn't have the money, but he had the time. Eventually, he met somebody who was willing to help him, And the point is not to find somebody who's going to help you, but start by doing something. Start by taking the small steps. Go to the places where these people are meeting up, and then start talking to them. Start talking to them. Start having ideas. Start doing something, bro. I don't know. It's just anything that a minimum wage person can say against a millionaire sometimes. When you realize that most millionaires were minimum wage workers, were just students who started something, were just kids who started something, that's when you lose your stance on a lot of things. There's nothing you can tell them that they didn't think about or didn't go through or didn't risk in, losing or gaining or whatever.
if I'm honest with myself, it's getting further away from how broke I was because I'm scared of that ever happening again. There is no end because of that.
I mean, think about it. Think about it. Think about it. Like millionaires, people who are self-employed, and because most millionaires are self-employed, those people literally are risking a lot, even as they're being millionaires, right? If anything, they're probably one of the most biggest savers in the world, because if they lose their money or their business for whatever reason, if they lose their income streams for whatever reason, they don't have the qualification to get a job. They don't have the qualification. They don't have the experience. They got to think of something. It's always got to be like, okay, I got to think of a new thing. Even if I'm going to get a job, let me use maybe the experience that I gained through, my entrepreneurship journey to maybe get a job or something like that, Just, I don't know, just try to take advantage of something. It's not as simple as just having the experience that a minimum wage person has, or, the even the education that a minimum wage person has and whatnot. It's like you have amassed all of this thing during all of this time when you just worked, when you worked for someone else, when you turned out, when you showed up every day, and you left after 5 p.m. They didn't work for someone. They didn't gain that experience. They had to literally, start something from scratch, and they focused their time and effort on that thing. And thus, that's why they don't have those qualifications. They don't have that experience,
So, of course, everyone could always use more money. Like, I've met billionaires who could definitely say that they would want more money. But I want to see a society in which
This guy looks too rich, man. The way he looks at people, damn.
money that we have doesn't determine all of our possibilities. Because it seems like when we talk about solving problems, it comes back to money. My utopian vision is like a society where money really doesn't matter.
This guy's a
you don't really
minimalist.
need it to figure out value, but it makes a good translation for the time being.
This bald guy, he is 100% a minimalist, but he knows to wear the right pants. Other than this guy, oh my goodness, and this dude, I won't lie, man, he needs to figure something out with that thing. You're rich, but that's no excuse. Okay. This got 11 million views, man, and I just wanted to watch it. I saw it pop up because I was watching the other one before, and I was watching another one, Flat Earthers, right? That one is more complex. It's too complex. But if you want me to react to it, like flat people who believe the Earth is flat versus people who know the Earth is round, scientists as they are called, yeah, it was very interesting. But if you want me to react to it, please let me know. Subscribe to this channel for more videos like this. Okay, and like this video because it is very informative and very, very educating. And take responsibility for yourself. Okay, take accountability for your position in life. Okay, that's all I'm saying. This is a very serious video. Why did I even do this?